Isaias, here's a live look at the radar. That deadly storm is making its way up the east coast, and it is moving fast. Isaias made landfall overnight as a Category 1 hurricane in North Carolina, killing at least one person and knocking out power for nearly 500,000. Now the storm is targeting more cities, from Washington, D.C. all the way up to Boston. Rob Marciano is in Carolina Beach, North Carolina, with more.
Overnight, Hurricane Isaias wreaking havoc on the Carolina coast, ushering in life-threatening storm surge flooding. Damaging winds reaching 85 miles per hour with sheets of rain. The storm too fierce for me to report on camera. Sparks flying right before thousands lose power in Wilmington, North Carolina. An apocalyptic scene in Ocean Isle Beach. Multiple evacuated homes engulfed in flames as the eye of the storm hovered over the town. Residents like Nate Thompson springing to action, helping firefighters battle the flames.
Trudging through the water and just grabbing new oxygen tanks for them and grabbing onto a hose and spraying water, whatever.
Officials urging residents to shelter in place after possible tornadoes touch down. Crews gearing up for rescue and damage assessments.
Almost 50% of our county is without power at this time.
In Oakland Isle, North Carolina, residents riding out the ferocious winds and surging water in the dark.
House shook. First time I was in a house that ever shook.
Moving water and bringing sand inside, filling homes with debris. Robin Roberts speaking with the North Carolina governor this morning.
To have to deal with this, as you said, in the middle of a pandemic, just the difficulty in planning for a hurricane under these conditions.
We had to make sure that we had extra precautions as we planned for evacuation shelters. It's double trouble, really, when you're dealing with a hurricane and COVID-19 at the same time.
And Rob Marciano joins us now. Rob, this storm seems like it's not only aimed at the entire East Coast, but it's also moving fast. What does that tell you?
Well, it's been picked up by a very strong jet stream, much stronger than you would typically have in the beginning of August, and that's creating a whole nother problem. It's keeping its strength pretty well, and it's creating a lot of shear. So we've got a tornado watch. We've had multiple tornado warnings and tornado reports since this thing came on shore last night. The center is just southeast of D.C. right now, and there you see the tornado watch out for Delmarva, New Jersey, Long Island, and much of shoreline Connecticut and the Hudson Valley until this thing really passes through. So that's going to be a real threat, along with the storm surge, the heavy rain, the flooding, and the potential for more power outages. We already have over 500,000 people without power, customers without power, likely going to be over 1 million people without power before this is all done. Diane.
And Rob, we've seen it go from a tropical storm to a hurricane a few times now. Could we see this strengthen again?
Not into like a hurricane, but we're definitely seeing some of the wind energy from the jet stream couple with that tropical system. So that's why we're not seeing it weaken as fast as we would typically from a landfalling hurricane. Normally we would see a wind fall off quite quickly, but we're still have winds that are actually close to hurricane strength, and it's almost all the way up to New Jersey. So that's kind of keeping its strength. It won't strengthen it farther, but it is making for a bigger wind field, so even more people will see the damaging winds. It's kind of transforming into what we call extratropical, which just means more of a mid-latitude type cyclone, but the combination is really not good, and because of that, we've got the winds and the track that you see right up the Hudson River, and the winds that could gust over 60 miles an hour easily along the shore, but inland parts of New Jersey and Manhattan could easily see damaging wind gusts to 40, 50, maybe even 60 miles an hour, and that will carry into New England. So huge population here, Diane, being impacted with destructive weather.
Yeah, that's for sure. And Rob, I want to show your firsthand look at how powerful a storm like this can be. We want to show some of the video that you posted on Instagram overnight. What's it like to be out there?
Well, I don't want to say that every storm is different, but every storm in some way feels the same when you get near the eye wall, which is when I went out there. The rain is blowing sideways. It's coming down in sheets and in waves. If you're anywhere near the beach, you're getting sand pelted. And, I was on the other side of our hotel in the parking lot away from the beach, but the sand was still coming through. So it kind of feels like you're in the middle of a washer machine with water and sand just banging you around. It's I tried to make some TV out of it with my phone, but it just wasn't happening. It was too horrendous. This thing, much like Hannah 10 days ago, intensified as it came on shore. This one came in the middle of the night, which makes it even more frightening. But then again, there weren't a lot of people on the road, so that's the good news there. A powerful storm, and it's not even, Diane, even close to the peak of hurricane season. We're off to a record start, and doesn't bode well for the next 2 months.
Well, you said it was like being in a washing machine. At least you look nice and clean, Rob.
Our power went on back on this morning. I got a shower. Thank you, Diane. Appreciate it.
All right, Bob. Glad to see you staying safe. We appreciate the.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.